This is the Z Medical Eyewash pumping station that I have designed. Wanted to show you a quick demonstration on how it works. This is an old dolly that I had, and I took this Z Medical first aid kit that I sold to a customer, and they insisted on using a drawer instead of the first aid box. I asked them if they wanted me to leave it. They said no, so I took it with me, and I figured I'd find a good use for it, and I think I have. On the top is the metal case. At the bottom down here is a 5-gallon. I'd like to have a 10-gallon tank, but I only have a 5 available to me now. Inside the unit itself is how it works. There's a marine grade utility pump here in the center with an inlet and an outlet. And then at the bottom there's a 12-volt battery charger. I've done all the wiring into a metal box to keep it free from sparks. This is double insulated, so there's no chance of having any problems inside someone's building or business. Keep the door shut while you're in there. Electric switch on the front turns it off and on. Around the sides here I got a couple of racks. These are my wands. Each of these wands are made to suck the water out of the eyewash station. There's a short one and a long one. I also have a 50-foot extension cord. Here on the back you'll notice there's a PVC area here that I could wrap a 50-foot cord or a 50-foot water hose on. And then I have a utility bag which is full of some water hoses and some different type of fittings, which I'll demonstrate how that works in a minute. I'm going to turn this camera over to my wife. She can hold on to it, and I'm going to give you a quick demonstration on how it works. So what I can do is I've taken the unit out of my truck. It's very lightweight, as you can see. It's not heavy. If I pick it up, you know, it only probably weighs I would say about 25-30 pounds. Roll it to the area that I'm going to do in my demonstration. I'm just going to show you quickly how it works. This 5-gallon tank bucket represents water that's in one of the large Z Medical eyewash stations, and this bucket here is just for pumping the water into, like I would if I had my my bucket down here, or my barrel that I'm using. Also, I have an extension cord already, but if I needed to, I have one available on the unit. If I needed to have water from somewhere else, I could do that as well, because I would have the water hose with me. So by just setting the unit close by, I can take what I consider the meat and potatoes of the operation. These are hoses from a wash machine. I find these work well for what I'm going to do. In this case, I'm going to use, I think I only need to use one. What I do is I take my wand. In this case, I'll use the long wand.
And of course,
we'll have to work on that one. Okay. Attach the wand like so. Place it in, open up the top of the eyewash station. Set the wand down inside of the water as such, and hook it to the inlet side of my unit. Now, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you again that this water bucket here would be the tank if I needed to use that, or I could hook a standard 50-foot garden hose here and run it out the building and let the water dispose of itself outside the building. But just to show you how it works, I have a clear hose I'm going to do here, and then all we got left to do is just plug the unit in, put that in the bucket. Grab my extension cord, and we're ready. All that has to happen is put the power on, and we'll suck the water right out of the tank at the top, through the machine, and out the bottom, or out the hose going outside. This will take just a minute. While I'm doing that, inside here I keep several different fittings that I can use, pliers, adapters. I have an on-off hose thing that I can screw a water hose onto it when I fill it back up. If there's a water hose available, I can just hook it to the end of here, turn it on, you know, and then turn the water hose on. This gives me a way to turn the water off and on here when I'm filling up the machine. Very simple to use. Extra washers for the hose. Just about there. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. Yeah, it was just getting to the point of doing that, so I just went ahead and did it myself. Anyway, so now the procedure would be exactly reversed. To fill one up, I have two options. I can either get my 10-gallon bucket, which I would prefer, filled up with water when I came here, or I can hook a water hose directly to the inlet side. Now I know it's draining out like this, and you wouldn't do this in someone's business, but you have to take care of these things. I'm just quickly trying to demonstrate how it works. So it would work the other way around. If you wanted to pump the water back in, all you have to do is undo your machine. And like I said, these you wouldn't normally have these water problems, but I stopped it early, so it's doing it on its own. I could do that again as well, just by simply changing the hoses around. Putting it in my clean water that I'm going to pump back into the unit. Set it in here. Now I'm pumping the clean water back into the unit. Halfway through, I undo my additive that I'm supposed to put into it. Pour it in, let it stir up and mix. And then you go through the process. But you see how it works? One way it vacuums the water out, the other way it pumps it back in. It just depends on water hoses you need to have, adapter fittings you can use, anything like that. Other than that, I think this works well. Thank you for your time. This is the Eyewash pumping station, or Zeps, Zeps.